Mindrash production.
This is Football Thoughts. Red God TV.
Manchester United nil, Manchester City nil, and I have to say, people, this was one of the worst Manchester derbies I've ever witnessed in a very long time. Refund the fans, people. Refund the fans their money because they filled up that stadium for nothing. We wanted to watch two gladiators, or so we thought, battling out at OT because it's a fucking derby. But hey, we got two scrub teams just playing tennis here. I knew from the starting lineup that we weren't gonna score any goals, bro. Starting Rasmus Højlund and this Garnacho fella is just it's problematic, guys, attacking,ly. And this Ruben guy is has lost me. I believe it's time for him to get up on the out of here because this nigga don't know what he's doing. You got Cheetah open Matine and you got Xerxes on the bench. But for some reason your first substitution is Maguire and Lindelof. Why do you want to put on a defender when you're nil down? It's insanity to me. It's fucking insanity. Against a low level City team on low morale, you want to try and go defensive. Why can't we just be brave and put both of those attackers in at the same time when we needed to? Those substitutions were too late, people. 20 minutes in, this Ruben guy is sabotaging this football club. Honest to God, this City team did nothing the whole entire game. Honest to God, this Kevin De Bruyne fella is the biggest myth in football history. People are saying he's the best midfielder, the greatest midfielder in Premier League history. Shut your mouth, please, because this fella did nothing. He's at the end of his career and he is a waste man, catching bench hours, and every time he plays on the pitch, his hamstrings are just not strong enough to take him towards and take him through the game. KDB's washed. KDB was always washed. This is a player that needed other players to look good. Yeah, when we've got players like Modric, Iniesta, and Busquets who never needed other players to look good. Legit, the only one in City's team who created a threat against us was Mamush. This Foden fella, this Bernardo Silva fella, this Gundogan fella, nothing. This City team is washed and we still couldn't bag one goal against this rubbish team. Garnacho should have taken his chances, but it's Garnacho. All he does is run. You're not gonna. I don't expect him to be clinical. Don't expect him to convert. Anytime he needs to convert, this guy is just a full-on scrub, a fraud. But hey, let's give him time. He's still young. Why don't you give Doku time? Yeah, Doku had an okayish game, but he needs to slow everything down. He's rushing everything. If someone in the team had to tell him, listen, do everything that you're doing, but just use your brain before you think of your feet. Take a little bit of time before you go and make these runs. Maybe you'll make the runs on time if you just time the runs. Dogo is just erratic now. He needs more time. Don't get me wrong. He is young, but let's carry the same energy with this fella that you carry the same energy with Garnacho. Manuel Ugarte is rubbish. I've said this before. He is rubbish. The first 15 minutes of the game, this guy couldn't land 3 to 5 passes. He's just not technically gifted, people. I would have preferred us in a game like this to start up Ericsson, knowing that he can move the ball much more quicker than this fella. But then as soon as we see that this fella is running out of steam, who do we put him on with? Who do we put him on for? Mason Mount, guys. A player that hasn't played a single minute this season without having to be injured. He came on, he did absolutely nothing. I don't understand that substitution either. Why can't you bring Ericsson? Why can't you bring on Cheetah Obi? Hmm? Change up the game. Be more brave. But this Ruben fella is just useless, guys. I'm gonna be real with you. He's just useless. This Ruben Amorim player, his manager, just useless. If we play like this against Leon, we are going to get chowed, people. We are going to get finished. Yeah. Casemiro and Leniaro were our best players in today's game. Everybody else was just they were nowhere to be seen. And I like to think that people respect Casemiro, but they don't. They still think he's finished for some reason. But this guy is probably better than half of the midfielders in City and United and most of the league. This guy could play next to Declan Rice in Arsenal and watch how he'd be better and do much more things for the team than Declan Rice ever have. Bruno Fernandes, yet again, another derby where he disappears. I've told you again about this fella, people. He is a fraud, scam artist. That's why he looks like a rat. There's a lot of bad things that happen in today's game, but listen, why couldn't you just play or start Joshua Zirkzee or put him on early in the game? A guy who's our most creative player, and you're leaving him on the bench. That just showed me that this guy didn't want to go for the win in today's game. Shambles, shameless. And this season is now over. I'm killing this season off. I don't even care if we win against Leon or we lose against Leon. Today's game was a clear definition of the manager is not ambitious enough to take the game by the scruff of the neck. The players are just not good enough, even against shitty teams like City. And the whole club in itself, yeah, right now is just in a catastrophic mess because we've got previous owners who have fucked us up financially, and now we have new owners who are trying to fix us up financially, having to deal with the negative feedback from this football team, the fans, the media, and the whole entire fucking world. If we play like this against Leon or against Newcastle, we will be washed. Players, these fans are telling me now we got to draw against City. We should have beaten City at home. We beat them away. Why couldn't we beat them at home? We're 13th on the log. Wake up, people. We're 13th. There's nothing to be happy about this fucking draw. We're Manchester United. Wake the fuck up. This is Red God TV.